Ding. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be reacting to Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, but everything wrong with it. Let's go and get started.
Well, you want it, you got it. Let's see if this Ultimate Edition makes this movie better in any way. Is it shorter? It is not shorter. Welcome to the party, Jenna Malone. Just so you know, there's still going to be some absurd leaps in logic, unexplained coincidences, and continued overacting in this edition. But glad you're here. We've made it to our first difference in this movie, where we get to see Bruce's mom's face a lot better in one shot. Thank God this shot was restored, so that the redundant Bruce's parents get murdered scene could confirm that this asshole is about to shoot her in the chin. Luckily, Bruce Wayne is here to make sure this one easily seen kid gets back into the buddy line. The Ultimate Edition shows us these school children to explain that there was a field trip, which is why there's a random girl standing in the middle of a dangerous building collapse later. But there are two teachers here, one at the beginning and one at the end of the line. And they can't do a simple head count? Yes, things are chaotic, but apparently they prescribe to the Child Left Behind program. Africola, taste the feeling.
You know what Huron always says when we're on assignment together? Not a goddamn thing. I like Huron.
So far, Jimmy Olsen simply introduced himself and asked how she landed this interview. He hasn't been a jackass or insulted Lois in any way, but here he is getting cut out of the movie before Warner Brothers gets a chance to do it themselves.
Your fixer said that the general approved photos?
This line is included, in case you needed more evidence that the bad guys are even bigger assholes when they later smash Jimmy's camera.
They did not tell me the interview was with the lady.
Man, what's up with this fucking fixer? Does he communicate anything with anyone? He must be a random mechanic that everyone just assumes can arrange complex international media encounters with rebel killers.
Might have to
Who
do
pays for
two
the
parts
drones
too,
that pass
guys,
over our
so-
heads at night?
By this
Yeah, I'm
point in the
sorry.
theatrical release, Jimmy's camera is already smashed. Watch these two movies side by side, and you go back in time. Why the fuck would a clandestine tracker beacon beep this loudly, or at all?
Stand down as an order.
How do you go from a vapid military drama to an over CGI doomsday in 3 hours or less? Stick around! The Ultimate Edition clears the air on whether or not this dude shot more dudes during this gunfight. Is there even anybody in this tank? It's just a parked tank, right? Maybe it's sabotage. I have no clue, but explosions!
You are clear to engage.
You know, if Superman had arrived a bit earlier and just saved Lois, and the CIA went ahead and blew the hell out of the village, there wouldn't be any reason for the Senate panel to investigate Superman. So Lex is extremely lucky here with the sequence of events, which is really this whole f***ing movie. Also, let's talk about Lex's plan. He somehow knows Lois is going to interview an African warlord, knows the CIA is involved, somehow inserts his own men into the situation, knows that Superman will show up, knows that he can implicate Superman when things go wrong. If he was this smart, he should have won already. Drone v Superman. Yeah, the CIA was about to bomb this entire village. I assume at least one person saw the missile headed there, and heard the gunshots beforehand, but everybody f***ing blames Supes for whatever reason. They should be thanking him for saving everyone else's life. Jesus, this f***ing movie. Ultimate Edition of movie contains Ultimate Edition of Amy Adams acting solely through her face.
He came down. Then came fire.
Now it makes a lot more sense. Superman is being accused of burning all those bodies, which we didn't see in the theatrical release. We're still not removing a sin because they still somehow find a way to blame Superman based on one person's testimony, a person they never vet once. Metropolis State. Also, more exciting football action, as can only be brought to you by the Ultimate Edition.
Gotham City, you know how they are about their football team.
Yep, it's all I ever hear about Gotham City. Their football fandom erupts in violence worse than Vancouver after a hockey loss. Zack Snyder drops a reference to another comic book movie that he epically f***ed. Honest to God, this cop climbs more stairs in this version. Can't make this shit up. So this guy is still running an underground sex trade organization, right? Do we give a shit what happens to him? More blood! More wine! More precoital looks! Also, R-rated Ultimate Edition still gives us a PG-13 naked Lois Lane.
These rich old ladies, they thought it was very cute, you know, write checks for Lex.
I know this extended scene is to fill some backstory about Lex's relationship with his father, but it really only gives us a few more seconds to be disappointed in Jesse Eisenberg's performance.
To look him in his eye and ask him how he decides which lives count.
It makes way more sense for Clark to be seeing something that actually matters to his story, rather than some nonsense about Batman branding people so you should hate him, like the theatrical release did. Still, if you watch these two versions, they made Clark react the same way to Batman's branding as they did to this lady's testimony about the stuff he allegedly did. The cake is a lie! What was the direction here? Henry, we're gonna show something on the TV, you just stand there and emote.
Underdog dreams dashed 10 yards between Gotham and glory.
Wait, the only football game that was added to this edition was the blowout, when Metropolis State beat
Alright,
Gotham
well,
City
this is gonna have
64
to
to
be
nothing.
part
How is that
one,
10 yards
'cause
away
my
from anything?
Computer's about to die, so I'll do part 2 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, as I'll be finishing part 2 by myself. Anyway, so yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.